Apramad, awareness. We can put Buddha entire life process in one word, that is apramad, awareness, living awake. What does it means to like awake? Now you walk on the road. If you ask Buddha, he will say this walking is unconscious. You see shops on the road, you see people passing by, you see auto rickshaw, cars. But one thing you do not see while walking, that is you yourself. You see everything else, whoever is passing by. You see there is a crowd on the road. You see a road is desert. You see everything, only you are not visible. This is a dream. Have you ever thought in a dreams everything is visible, only you are not visible? This is the nature of dream. You have seen many dreams. Have you ever thought everyone is visible? Only you are not visible in dreams. Friends, enemies, everyone is visible. You are not visible. This is the state of life of waking up. There is no difference between what you call waking up and sleep. One thing is common in both of them, that you are not aware of yourself. There is a darkness inside. The lamps is not lit inside. This is called a Buddha Pramad. It is called unconsciousness. Is this life even a life if you don't know yourself? You walk, stand, sit, but you don't know what is hidden inside you. Is this even a life if you don't know yourself? Is this even a life if you don't meet yourself? And what else can a person who can't know himself know? You were closest to yourself, but you could not touch that too. And you aspire to touch God. You want to reach the stars and the moon, but you can't reach without yourself. Remember, first reach the nearest, only then you can travel to the fastest. And the fun is that the one who knows the near knows the far as well, as because far is extension of the near. The Upanishad said that the God is closer than near and far from far. Does this means that there can be two ways of knowing Him? Whether you go to know Him from far or go to know Him from near. No, there can be a two way when you can't know Him from near. How will you know Him from far? When I can't touch myself, how will I be able to touch my God? When the eyes do not open to one own truth, how will they open to the infinity truth of God? That's why the Buddha remained silent, did not talk about God. It is useless to talk about that. It is useless to talk to a sleeping man about what is visible when he is awake. It is appropriate to talk to a sleeping man about how his dreams break, how his sleeps break. Appamado ammat padam, pamado muccano padam. Appamata na miyanti ye pamatta yathamata. Etam visesato vatva appamadanti. Pamodanti अरियानम गोचरे रता. अप्रमाद अमृत का पथ है और प्रमाद मृत्यु का. अप्रमाद अमृत का पथ है और प्रमाद मृत्यु का. अप्रमाद is the path of amrut and pramad is the path of death. Whoever is living in a sleepy state is going towards death. That path is of death. Whoever is living in a wakeful state has started walking in Amrit. That path is of Amrit, because as soon as you wake up, you come to know about that which cannot be erased. You are the resident of such house in which Amrit, means nectar, is hidden. Springs of Amrit are hidden, but there is no light. Light has to be brought. The house is dark. Springs of Amrit are hidden. Treasures of eternity are hidden, but the house is dark, and you are the residents of dark house. And if you even open your eyes, you stand at the window and look outside. A Fakir Rabia, a very unique woman. She was Sufi Fakir. There is a famous incident in Rabia life. One evening, Fakir Rabia searching from something in front of her house. People saw her. It was evening and the sun was setting. People asked her to help the old woman. What is lost? She said, my needle is lost. So they too started searching, but nothing found. After some time, the one man thought that the needle is very small things. The sun will set at any moment. Now it will become dark. And it is such a small things. There is such a big road. If you do not know exactly where it fell, then it will be difficult to find it. And then night is approaching. So she asked Rabia. So the man asked Rabia, tell me exactly where the needle is fell. If we know that the place, then we can search for it. Rabia said, it is better if you do not ask. It is better if you do not ask, because the needle has fallen inside my house. All those who were searching stopped, because she said the needle has fallen inside my house. They said, are you mad? You mad woman. We have always suspected that you are insan. You are a man, but you are a mad woman. Worldly people have always found sannyasis like this. Insan. That is their point of view of self-defense. If the sannyasi is fine, then you are insan. So it is better to believe that sannyasi is mad. At least this will protect you. Then there is your crowd. So whatever you say is the word of the crowd, even if the word of the crowd are false, they seems to be true. The people started laughing. They said, we are already suspected that you are mad. Now if the needle has fallen inside the house, then why you are searching for it outside? Rabia said, it is dark inside and I am poor. I don't even have a lamp. I am searching outside because there is some sunlight outside. Do not delay. Join me, search, otherwise the sun will set down. It will become difficult to search outside as well. They said, mad woman, we understand that the light is outside, but when the needle is not lost outside, what will light do? Can the needle not create a light? So Rabia said, you tell me, what should I do? They said, is this even a question? Bring a lamp from anywhere, take it home, or wait till tomorrow. When the sun rises and the house gets bright, then search for it. But you will have to search for it. It is lost. Rabia started laughing. She said, that you think I am crazy. You think I am crazy, but I did the same things that you are doing. You are searching for happiness outside. You search for God also. It is outside, sometimes in a temple, sometimes in a mosaic. He is neither in a temple or nor in a temple. I called out to him at both the place. I called out to him in front of mosaic. I called out to him in front of a temple, but I did not find him anywhere. I called out him at both the places. But when a man searches, he searches outside without asking where he is lost. Where did you lost God? When did you lose him? At what place did you lose him? Whatever it is, a needle or God, it does not matter. But this is what has happened. He is lost inside. You search outside. Why do search outside? Because the sense open outside. The light of the sense falls outside. The eyes open outside, not inside. Hands stretch out, not in. Ears listen outside, not inside. That is why man searches outside and never finds. He had asked for 4 days from his lifetime. 2 were spent in desire, 2 in waiting. He asks, cries, pleads, searches, colders, falls, and then gets up. Half his life is spent in asking, half is waiting, hands remain empty, and what you were searching for was present inside. It was a matter of bringing a little light. It was a matter of lighting a lamp. The name of that lamp is Apramad, awareness. While walking, getting up, sitting, whatever you do, Buddha said, do not forget to do one thing, do it consciously. Do it consciously. Buddha used to tell these monks that even when you walk on the path, do not just look at the path, walk while also looking at yourself. That is, I am walking. There is no need to say in words, that is, I am walking, but this feeling should remain that I am watching. And you will be very surprised. It will be unique experience. Suppose a beautiful woman passes by you. If you are even aware that I am watching the beautiful woman in there, I am here and I am watching, you will suddenly be surprised at this awareness that you are watching, and desire does not arise. Desire does not arise. Forget that I am watching. You just see a beautiful woman and lust awakens. Desire arises. You see someone, place, dream started forming in the mind. I should also have such place. But just wake up a little. There is no harm in seeing that a place, but one who is watching should also be seen. This is the art of seeing. The one who is watching is called a pramad.